There are other ways you can move your file from your local machine to the server using GUI, but we are more important on using Linux now. So can we install what is shown currently on the screen? So now this is what we want to do now. We are working based on some assumption. You are a bioinformatician, you are a scientist, you are a researcher, you want to analyze some data on the FEDGEN HPC. And then you have a file maybe downloaded from one of the scientific platform to your system. On a good day, when you download stuff like this, you might find them in your download folder. You might create a special folder for such thing. So what I want you to do now is, we are assuming that. So go to your download folder, have a text file there. Most time, it could be a data, it could be a folder, it could be, yes, most time a data that is encrypted. Sorry, that is zipped. It could be zipped, it could be, you said what?
No. I said gone.
Okay, yeah, so we have different forms. Those are part of things we are supposed to do. That is supposed to be in the last session. But I'm not sure we are going to get there today. But let's just create a file first. Let's assume you want to run a batch file, things like that. So create a file on your system. From this batch command, you can still do that. Just like the kind of initially. So let's do that here. So you create another file. Create a folder in your download. Create a new folder now in your download. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, this is your downloads. Okay, create a folder, make directory. So are we all here? Please, now let's open our batch. Can we see class? Let's look at this. Also, this aspect is very important. You know the essence of this class. Please, I want us to be well carried along. Even though we are going to end with session 2, it's not a problem. But I want us to be able to connect with what we are doing. So this is our Git batch. So we want to create a directory now. Let's assume the text file or the batch file you want to run is in your download folder. You can go to your download, you can go to your desktop, you can go to your document from here. Just like the way we are navigating around our Linux system. We can begin to navigate like that on our Windows system. Do we get it? So create a new directory. I don't know what you want to call it. And when you have created that directory, remember, is in your, I don't know where you created it. It could be your download, it could be your desktop. So now, create a text file inside that directory. Create a text file. Now, that text file might just be a batch process you want to run after you have uploaded your data. We are starting with a file before we start moving to bigger things, which is in part 4. So have you done that? Okay. Touch. So look at what he's doing now. This that he's currently doing is what all of us should be able to do. Am I correct? Am I correct? We can do what he's doing because we have done that in our preliminary classes. So we are building on what we have done before. So are we fine? So what we want you to do now is now move to that new directory. Change directory to the new directory where you have that text file. Hello? Move to that new directory where you have created the new folder and the new text file. Are we there? Are we there? You can use Ubuntu to do what we are doing. Yes, Ubuntu on your desktop that have access to all your folder and all that. Yes, you can use Ubuntu. Like in my own case, I'm using Mac. I don't need to install this. It's just because you are using Windows. So, and I want you to have direct access to the folders on your system. That's why I asked you to install Git batch. Do you get it? So are we all there now? Are we there? Okay, so what we want to do now is that particular file that you have, that text file, we want to move it to your own directory, to your space in the cloud on the HPC. Do we get it? We want to copy, you want to do an analysis, you want to run a batch process, and you need a text file to upload and then run it on the server. So that's what we want to do now. So how do you move that? So you will run this command. Okay, now, when you are moving things from your local machine to the cloud, to the HPC, you use the secured copy, SCP. So you type SCP, secured copy. Now, you know, I told you something the other time, because we are not using the default port 22. We are using port what? 2204. So we have to indicate that this is the port we are using. On a normal day, if we have not changed it on our server, we would have just no need of us typing any port. But because we have a customized port, let me use that word for this. So we are going to indicate. And to indicate such, because we want to copy now, we are going to use S copy. This time around, you are going to use capital P. But I just know, let's type it one after the other. No. So S copy hyphen capital P. No. Hyphen minus capital P. Space. Now your username. So no, sorry, you need to indicate what you want to move. Sorry, you have not put the port, sorry. 2204. Are we there? So, can you tell me how far we have gone? What is it that we have typed? Can someone use the normal English and explain just these three lines? Or sorry, these three words. Can someone explain this to me? What's this called? No, secured copy. What's this now? Port. We are indicating the port. If you didn't put this port and we want to move to this server, it's going to deny us access. Because we are using a port 2204. But if we are using the default port, there's no need typing any port number here. We are just going to say S copy, then Taiwo alerts and all that. So we're supposed to indicate the file that you want to copy. So indicate the file you want to copy. No, I mean, before Taiwo, you need to indicate the file you want to copy from download. That text class is going to be after ports, before Taiwo. Okay, so before we continue, who can tell me how far we have gone with this command? Can someone give me the interpretation? In normal English, explain it. Yes, that's what we want to do, from local to HPC. You know, you are going to be doing your analysis on the HPC, so you need to move it to the HPC. So what we are saying is that a secure copy through SSH port 2204 and the name of the file, because we are already in the home directory. Normally these places should indicate the path, but because we are already inside the download, so just to name the file. If we are not inside the download, we might have to give the path where the file is. But because we are inside the download folder already, we are just going to tell the system this is the file we want to copy. and which we have done. That's the text file of this. Now you are not going to tell the system, okay, this is where I want to copy it to, because I have an access to that server. If you don't have access to that server, you cannot move anything to that server. So you are not going to indicate, I am Taiwo at allothpc.fedgen.net. Now you are not going to indicate inside this folder, where are you, where did you have space? Do you actually have space on that server? Now you are not going to put a column and then indicate the paths where your home directory is. Then slash. Now, so you are not going to indicate the path. Remember when we started, I said you should know you do PWD. So you have your path at FEDGEN home. FEDGEN home slash your name slash where you want to move this folder and this text to. So let's go. No, at least I know it's almost the same for everybody. So let's do it this way. Okay, hold on.
So there's a question I want to ask. Okay, so if the folder that I'm sending this file to is not directly in the home folder, it is inside another folder, do I need to? Okay. What about if I use the absolute part? That should just take me to that part. Yes. Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Try that. Yeah. You get what I get what you're saying. So we'll try that.
I want to show you what I have already.
So this folder, is that what you want to copy? Yes. This book folder is what you want to copy. So let's start with the file first. Okay, so okay, no, it's FEDGEN home, not FEDGEN home slash Taiwo slash. So those folder you created, then you created how many folder directory? We call them directory. Do you get it, class? Oh yeah, no, I want you to. I would have asked you to enlarge, clear all this before now, so that they can see. So can you? Sorry, please. Can you expand this? Can you see this command? Can we all see it? Copy this command, so that you now clear and then paste. Copy. Have you copied? Control C. Okay. Yeah. Clear everything. Clear. Just use back arrow. Clear everything and then use the command clear. Use clear. Oh yeah, paste. Okay, someone was asking. Someone wanted to ask a question.
I really want to understand what we are doing.
Okay, thank you. That's what I. So we want to copy from your local system to your space on the HPC, not someone else's space, but your own space. And then on that HPC, if you don't have a username and password there, you don't have an access. Do you get it? Now you own this system, and then there's a batch file you want to run, which is on this text file, which is on baby2.txt. So you have now asked the system, okay, you are now in download, and this text file is inside this download. So because we are copying from your system to a remote server, we use a secured copy. Do you get it? This P should be capital. Your P should be capital. Okay. So we are using a secure copy. Why we are using -P is to indicate the port. You know, when you are SSH, anything you are doing on a server, anything you are doing on any system on a server, your web application, everything has a port through which that process is taking place. If I block that port, you will not be able to access that server again. Do you get it? Just like your HTTPS, everything has a port. SSH has a port. The default port for SSH is 22. But we have changed it from the default to 2204. And that is why you need to indicate it. If you have not changed it, you won't need to type anything here. The system will know that by default I'm to go through 22. But because we have changed it, just like I want to come in into this house. Everybody know there is a door here. You can come in. But I now decided, because of security reason, I decided to close this door. Anybody that wants to come to this, I will have to tell that person, go and follow through the back door. And this is the key to enter through the back door. Do you get it? So the same thing applies to this. So now we have indicated the port where you need to go to. Now what we want to copy now is that baby2.txt. So you have indicated it. Now where are we copying it to? We are copying it to a server where you have an access to. So before you go into that server, you know, if you want to log into that server, this is your password. Eniola. No, is it .adebayo? No. It's just Eniola now. What do you normally use to enter? No, not the password. Your username. So what's your username? Are we getting the explanation? Please, I want us to follow, not just to cram the command. Are we getting it? Are we getting it? Oh, you have even done the copy already. Can you imagine? You will now go into that folder on your HPC and then see if that file is there. Have you copied? Have you done the S copy? And it has so you will now log in. So how many of you have done the copy? Okay. So now that you have done the copy, log into that HPC now. I want to believe you know how to log into the HPC. Hello? So I want you to log into the HPC and see if what you have copied can be found inside the folder where you put it. Please, can you confirm? How many of you have confirmed what you have copied from your desktop to your remote to the remote server? So please let me check. I can't see your screen very well. So I want to believe we are out there now. We can copy from our desktop to the remote server. Okay, so you are about to start using the HPC now. But we are still on copy. So the next thing we are going to do now is that on that remote, and you want to bring it back to your system. That's the next thing we want to do. Am I speaking? Because we need to be done with copy. Later on, you just be applying all these one after the other. Are we okay? So the next thing now is go to your home directory. Go to your own home directory. Create another file, a new one again. And then you will now move it from that place either to your download folder on your system or to your desktop on your system. So I will advise you to use the Git bash. Somebody say yay. You can use, yes, you can use the existing one, but you know it already exists. Except you want to move it to a folder that's a separate folder. I just want you to be sure that you have moved what you are supposed to move. That's why it's from the yes, to download. It might not necessarily be to download. It might be to your desktop. It might be to your document. You might create a new folder that you called projects on your desktop and you want to move it there. We are assuming that is a result. You have done an analysis and you have gotten your results and you want to bring it to your local desktop. Or maybe we call upon you all that, oh, we want you to move all your resources, all your files from the remote server back to your desktop because we want to clean it up. I remember there was a time we said everybody should clean up all whatever you have on the coding hub. So let's just say you want to S-copy and then move to your desktop. So that's what we want to do next. So I want you to log in now. It's just the same process. But this time around, you are moving from your remote desktop, either remote server, to your desktop. So apply the same principle. So you just use S-copy. Okay, yeah, so let's start now. S-copy. Yes, so do S-copy. Test. Mm-hmm. You're already on the system now. So you want to move from the system. Ports. Would there be need for the ports? I don't think there's a need. Okay, so what? No, you can even do this. You can log in. You log in from the remote, indicate the path, and then move it. This is what I want us to do. Do an S copy and indicate the ports. No, 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 no. I'm not saying you. Okay, dot two. No, you log out. You can log out. Yes. Or exit. Okay. So let's assume you are just here like this, and you know where your file is. Okay, so you do an S copy. Okay, yeah, no. Do we know where your files and directories are? Please, let's listen very well. On the HPC, you want to copy from the remote. Do you know where the file is? What you want to copy? Do you know where it's? So you use start from. You don't even need to log into the HPC. So just use the S copy again, just the way we did initially. Yes. S copy indicate the port number, just what we did initially. Then indicate the path where the file is. FEDGEN home / your user, your name, your home directory. You know you are using it -p, capital P. Yes. Then you now indicate 2204. Then you now indicate the path. The path where your exactly. No, but you remember you have to put your username first. No, you put your username. No, 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 no. Put your username because you don't know. Put Taiwo at. Taiwo at. At. Type it. No, don't paste it. Type it. Type it. No, 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 no. Clean it. Type it. No, no, no. You've cleaned everything. I want you to type it. Taiwo at. A lot. No, no, not T dot HPC dot FEDGEN dot net column FEDGEN home. Yeah. FEDGEN home. That's where the file you want to copy is. FEDGEN home. Home. / Taiwo / dotson / what's the name of the file? There's a file. Is it? No, no, no. Put /. No, /. Yeah, /. What's the name of the file? No, this is on your server. Then space now. So where do you want to put it now? Is it in your download folder or where? So you put a /. So user / what's the name on your system? So you need to know the paths, your window path. You know, window is different from inside that. Okay, we'll do that after this. Is that the path? Check the path. Okay, so enter. Okay. I thought you are copy. Okay, what's the name of? You created another folder different from download. slash what? You created another folder. Abi? Oh yeah, test. Use tab key if it's called tab. It's not completing it for you. Okay, so let's see. It's trying to log. You should ask for password. Okay. So you type in your password. Enter. It said what? User, are you sure there's no S? Users. Check. And oh yeah, so go and edit it. Oh yeah, enter. Taiwo. So it's done. Okay. So do we get it? So he has moved something from the HPC, even without logging into the HPC. He's able to move a file where he knows the location to his local system. Eh? Close your window. Even without logging in as much as he knows the location, the path, exactly. The path is very important. There's something that, what's your name? Mayowa mentioned, which I've not tried before, but I want us to try it. So go back, just to that same command. So clear this. Clear everything from test and clear it to this place. I want to see. Oh, yeah, put that. What do you call that? Tilde. Is it tilde? Oh, yeah, put that tilde. Yes, slash. What's the name of your dot text dot? No, that last folder inside the download. What's the name? That folder that you have hyphen. Test hyphen class. This is what you are talking about. Okay, so let's try this first. So if it doesn't work, you will. Oh yeah. Press enter. Oh yeah, type your. Oh, the file already gonna exist. Did he respond? He responded. No, you know there was one there before, so he said it's the same file. So maybe you create. Oh yeah, move that one now. Aha. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Because it's always good to try different things. There's many shortcuts when it comes to Linux. So if you know some of those shortcuts, it will be nice for you. Oh yeah, minimize. Oh yeah, go to your desktop. Okay, to that place. Where did we move things to? Where? So file 1 did not move, but file 2 moved. So it's possible that one moved to another place that we don't even know. Yeah, speak.
Okay, so what I noticed was that before the C and the user and then the name, it is after the name that you can now put that thing there. Because if you put it before the name, it can send it to anywhere.
That's why actually, it's just like what I was saying. It has moved it to somewhere else. So what he said now, we need to, at a point, yes, we need to it's true. What he said is true. You need to first indicate, because now he doesn't even know the system. So before we put the tilde, yeah. So you need to put C user. I think after user you should work. No, you put. Come and put it here. So where do we want to put it?
From that HP.
So if HPN is like the name, it's like
Is you on your system.
you can now use Tinder to go to anywhere in that. That's what I think.
No, it will not. Have you tried it?
But this is download, right?
Yes.
So before you get to download,
I want
just
us to do it before we get to the down.
put the Tinder now, then go to yes, put the Tinder, then go to wherever you want the file to be.
So let it now be okay. No. Oh yeah, slash. Now don't type download. Now put text. Put text. Yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, try that one. No, but it's file one. Oh yeah, just put that text hyphen class. Then change this one to 1. Oh yeah, enter. So maybe you put a space. Did you try?
Yes, I did it from the Git to the system and it worked.
I want him. And that's what concerns you, HP2C. Maybe is there a space here? No. Oh yeah, try it. No, it's already covering anything on that HP. So you're now going absolutely to that part. Run this lesson. Or you will come and run what you did. No. Well, we are just trying to try another process to see. But what you did, come and try it. That work on your own system. We can always learn, and there's always a shortcut. When you get to know some shortcut, it's good to follow it.
Okay, but the one I did.
Okay, the one you log into the system. So what we need to do now is, I want us to try the second command, which is very, very important. You know, in the process of your copying, there could be a breakage in the network, or there could be network interruption. Let me use that word. And then you have to start copying again. But when you use your rsync, it will continue from where it stopped. You can use it to update. You can use it to... It won't start from the beginning. And it's more efficient than scopy. So the only difference is you are just going to add 2 lines of command. So everything we have done before is what you are still going to do. But you only... Let me just show you on the system. Alpha. You are done? You have gotten it? Okay, let's see what Mayowa is doing first. The good thing is just for us to have a foundation to this. We can try as many things as we can, even after leaving here. It's not just after this. It's not what we learn in this class. That's not the final. So when you get back to your respective domain, you can still continue with this. But let's do the rsync. Let me just show you what the rsync is all about. Okay. Hello? Can we see? Can we interpret this? Who can interpret this for us? Okay, so let us know what is happening now. You know, I was talking about the issue of absolute paths. We might not necessarily be able to be doing slash and slash and slash and slash to indicate the paths. But with this theta, it's going to help us to indicate the path. So what he has done is this. We are copying from his local system to a directory on the server called new project. But you know that this new project is under Mayowa. It's inside a folder called Mayowa. And it's even inside another folder up to like 3 or 4 parts before you get there. But instead of indicating that part one after the other, this tilde sign has actually told us this is the last folder. So this is the last folder. So instead of going through Mayowa as a folder, then maybe another folder inside another folder, it's just to indicate the last folder. And then put the tilde sign. So it will just, since this Mayowa is already here, is his home directory. He already identified that this Mayowa
belongs to this man. And any folder within this Mayowa, instead of you indicating the part one after the other, with this tilde sign, and then the last folder just indicates it, then it will move into it. Did we get it? So please note this command. It's also help you to shorten, and then you can do different things with it. Practice different scenario with it. Then just hold on so that I don't have to go back again. Then another thing that I want us to do is this R sync. Instead of S copy this time around, you are just going to type R sync. Then we put AVG. The A means archive. There's what we call verbose. That tells us that, okay, whatever you are copying, I want to see it, display it to me. Are we getting it? Okay, let me just type it so that they will see. Thank you very much. That's what I want to say now. R sync. I was telling us moving file from one place to the other. There are times you want to move a very large file that might take up to 1 hour before the copy is done. So in those cases, it's better for you to use R sync, because in the process of copying, there could be interruption in the network, there could be power failure, anything could happen. But when you use rsync is not going to recopy, it's not going to start afresh. It's just going to check the system and be able to tell, no, this file was not exist before. So those are the updates it's just going to do. Let's just assume you are copying a file that contains Mayowa, Bolaji, Jibowu, all those kind of things. But in the process, before the network interruption, it was only Mayowa file that was able to copy. And you actually wanted to copy everything. So by the time it resumes again, it's not going to start afresh. It's just going to continue from where it stopped and then copy additional file. But when you are using scopy, you are going to start afresh. So it's more or less like it helps you to resume the process again and then finish the copy. Same command. The only thing you need to add is you're going to add this AVZ. And the Z is more or less like it's going to zip it for you in the process of transferring for efficiencies in moving the file. But when it gets there, it's going to get there the way it was actually copied from, the way the file was when you were copying. But along the path, when it's moving in the network, it's going to zip it, compress it. So you are telling the system to compress it and move it from your desktop to a remote server. So did we get that? So it's the same with the scopy. And then the only thing is that you now had the -AV look at the command here, rsync -AVZ. So this AVZ is just telling the system, okay, archive it for me. Verbose is just to show you, okay, as it's copying, you want to be seeing what is copying from your screen. You want to see the process, how it's moving from your local machine to the server. And then the zip just means that it should compress the file while moving from your local machine to the remote desktop. Are we okay? Are we fine? Any question? I think the next thing we need to do now is, are we okay with copying now? So we can move file vis-a-vis from our remote system to our desktop, and then from our desktop to our remote system, and then from one folder to the other. Am I correct? So I need at least 5 persons to respond to this question. So from each table now, can we do that? What I just said now. From folder to folder, from desktop to remote server, and then from remote server to the desktop, we can copy and move file. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, from this table they say yes, sir. So let me ask from this table, can you do that?
Yes, sir.
From this table, can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Another?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Can we do that from here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Can we do that from here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I believe so.
She believes so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unto you, according to what you have believed. Can we move?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So the next thing now is, instead of copy now, you use MV. But this one we do as if when you are cut, when you on your window, when you cut. So that's fine. So that we don't waste much time on that. So we just have 8 minutes. I'm not sure we can continue from here. We have another class. So I've given you the outline. You can at any point in time. But at least this basic thing. We have not started using the command for the main, using our slum and all that. But this just to help us to navigate around the HPC. So if you have any question at this point, let's just open the floor for question and answer. We just have 8 minutes left. So we'll continue from here next time. So this is the time for question and answer. And we must ask question. No. There must be question. Question. From each table. Think. You must ask question. I need question. We have 8 minutes. 1 minute for each table. Oh yeah, question.
Thank you, sir. So are there any GUI clients we can use for this? Yes. Yes.
WinSCP. Look for WinSCP. Okay, so he asked this question, which will also help you for people that, but most time I don't want to, but it's good. It doesn't matter. It's just for you to find any tool that makes your work convenient. So the question he asks is, in the movement of file from your system to a remote desktop, is there any application that you can use that can make your work easier, most especially GUI, which has answered yes. So, and that, what I told you can use WinSCP. WinSCP. You install it on your system, and then you use that WinSCP to log into the remote server. Then you now begin to move folder. You just see the way you will see your normal window. All these files we want to move, you just click, copy, or drag and drop. So you can also do that. Install WinSCP. That will help you. That's a very good question. Yeah, another question. Oh yeah. We want to hear our question. Ask your question.
Good afternoon, everyone. So initially, I was asking why can't we make use of the GUI than using the command line interface? Because since GUI is actually it's user friendly. That was what I was asking before. So.
But you know what we are doing, you can't use GUI. The existing GUI on your system, you cannot achieve it with it. Do you get it? But you can install a tool that can enable you to be able to use GUI. It's almost the same thing they have. So that tool that will enable you to do that, moving file from your local machine to remote server without using command, is WinSCP. You have several, but the one I've used before is Win. That's WINSCP. WinSCP. So you install it on your system, then you now use that WinSCP to log into the remote server. Then you now be able to see the two together. It's just like when you are using FileZilla 2. That's another one. But the issue is that FileZilla 2 can do that, but not in this case now. But you can use FileZilla for other movement of server. Thank you.
Download PuTTY. Why can't we just use command prompt from us?
You can use command prompt from your system. It's just because I want something that I've been used to. That's like Linux. You know, Windows 2 has its own way of typing your own code. So I don't want to be thinking, how do you type it in Windows? How do I type it in Linux? You know, there are two different platforms exactly. So Windows has its own way of typing. Linux has its own way of typing, but you can use your window. And another thing you can use now in Windows that looks like Linux now is a power. What do you call it again? PowerShell, exactly. So it's straight like Linux. So if you have power, you can use that on your system.
How do I measure the memory usage when I'm executing my code? Okay. Yes, I can't download.
So how to measure your the memory utilization? As that's part of what we're supposed to do today, but we didn't get there. If there's this command you use, you see your running processes. So at that running processes, you will see all the processes that are running, the memory consumption, the CPU consumption, the whatever, processor, CPU consumption and what. So you can use top. There is top command, there is HTOP command, and then there is PUX command. Those three commands, like the PUX, you can use it to check your usage of resources.
So do we have any other question that we've not attended to? Are we all good? Okay.
So we will still get there. Maybe, do you get it? So those are the commands you can use to check the processes that are running and then check the memory utilization. So,
okay.
Okay, over to you.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for our facilitator of today. I believe he deserves a standing ovation. You're not just going to sit down to clap for him. Teaching you guys for 4 hours is not beans. So, okay. And can we all say thank you, sir? All right. Okay. Please, let's be seated for 5 minutes. We have a very little demonstration on PHIS. And after that, please do not go. We need to take a group picture. That is an evidence that we held this program. Okay. So after that, and again, a final announcement. Please make sure for all KPK's RA, please make sure you sign the attendance. It is very, very important. So many things are attached to this attendance. Please sign the attendance. Thank you. Okay, so for the demo on PHIS, we have Mr. Huche. So you have the floor. 5 minutes, please.
Good afternoon, everybody.
This site shows you how to navigate around our HPC. It's a user guide. That is a HPC docs. Please let us write it down. It can also help you very well. HPC docs.FEDGEN.net. So you can see, you can just go through this one after the other. The layer, the cluster, the resources, how to obtain your account, introduction to different things you can do, the Linux command, the scheduler. So you can begin to, now you have access to the HPC. So you can go through this and then it begins to show you how to do everything. Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause to our facilitator again. Yes, I hope we've learned 1 or 2 things from today's session. Yes, so my name is Najuche Josiah. I want to talk about FEDGEN PHIS. And I want all of us to navigate to FEDGEN.net on our systems. So we're going to navigate it. Just go on your browser and type FEDGEN.net. So we want to navigate to our public health information system. So if you look at the right-hand side, you see FEDGEN apps. So let's click PHIS. The icon with the microscope. So this our platform is basically to improve public health education in the research area of cancer, malaria, and also FEDGEN research. So we have a lot of articles published on this platform, all to improve health, public health information. Now we have a service on the platform that enables people of various languages to be able to read and understand our articles. Now, we have a lot of persons that have submitted to Landmark here who have done research in let's say, in computer science. Now, if you are part of them, just raise up your hand. You are Cappy Case, you submitted your research conference paper to Landmark. Please raise up your hand. Yes? So, for research like that, you can just write a short blog, right? Then come on our platform and upload it. So the idea of all of this is to inform the public, right, of research findings and results from your research. So you can inspire others to continue from your work. As the platform progresses, we'll have comments. So if you publish, you talk about your work in a very simple blog, someone can come on the platform, read about it, and see how they can come in from their own parts. So we have a language translation service. We also have a chat bot. So if you look at the bottom right corner, can we see like a chat bot there? Can we click it? So what do we see there? So you come on the platform, you need answers to specific questions you have. You can interact with the chat bots. It can give you guides on what exactly the platform is used for. How do you create an account? How do you sign up? So let's also navigate to the language part. So let's go to breast cancer. Let's choose breast cancer, everybody. Just click breast cancer category. What do we see there? We will see articles, research publications, or blogs relating to breast cancer. So let's click the first one there. We want to try our language translation service to see if we can translate this text in English to the options we have there. So let's click breast cancer burden in Nigeria. Let's click it. So what do we see? The article is open. So we want to change this article now from English to Yoruba. So click on the language icon on top. Then we switch to the language of choice. What do we see? What do we see? It has been translated through the text-to-text translation service from English to Yoruba. We can see, right? So it also has a text-to-speech translation service. So as much as we do research, we want to communicate this research to people in the communities, in local communities. So we can write up a short blog about our research, something not too complicated, such that if people go on the platform, they can learn about what we are doing. And we can also inspire others in the research community. Do we have questions? Questions. So in the absence of questions, after this period, please, let's try and create an account on the platform as researchers. If you have any questions regarding that, please contact me. If you have any questions regarding how to sign up, how to publish your articles, just contact me, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Uche. So we've come to the end of today's We've come to the end of today's workshop. Hope to see you last Friday of this month. By God's grace, we'll have the second leg of this training. And before we say the closing prayer, I just want two feedback so that we know we're on track. We know we are not just boring you guys. So I need a female to give us feedback on today's session, and I need a male student to also give us feedback. Please, can I have the second microphone, please? Okay, so a female. Yes, please. Just indicate. We don't have to pick you out now. Just feedback, general feedback on today's session. Okay, please give it to her.
Thank you so much for today's session. I think this is one of my
think my second time attending the FEDGEN workshop. I learned a lot, even though I know most of it before. I was able to follow with everything that was taught by Engineer Bola. And I think my favorite part will be this last session by Uche, where he gave the site to the FEDGEN PHIS website, where you can, convert to any language you can in order to reach underrepresented population, because it's a big issue in research. And the fact that most of this research we do, people who really need it can't even really understand. But the fact that we can now convert to different languages makes a lot of sense. Like, I just read something, excited. Thank you so much for this session and the refreshments too. Thank you.
Thank you. There is more from where that came from. Okay, so we need a male. Okay, please give him the mic.
So I really want to say thank you to FEDGEN. Like, I learned a whole lot, like from the Linux commands. I even learned some like new Linux command. I understood how HPC works. I want to say thank you very much to FEDGEN, to Engineer Bola, and to the whole organizing community. Thank you very much. And of course, the refreshments, the meat pie especially. So.
Thank you so much. So one last comment. I'm sorry I said two, but let's just take this last comment.
Okay, I want to say a very big thank you to the organizers of this workshop. A big thank you to Engineer Bola as well. He was very patient with most of us. I'm coming from biological sciences, biochemistry to be precise, and this is relatively new to me. Although I have like a basic understanding of Linux, but moving files across is very exciting, and he was very, very patient. And also to my my assistant facilitator, Temi, thank you so much. And yes, the refreshment was top notch. Shout out to FEDGEN.
Thank you. So a round of applause for everyone here once again. Thank you.